We are here today to share about one of the main subjects that we've been working on in the past 2 years has been the LightBody Activation. This specific information has been downloaded through Catalina during her journeys with me, and her main tool of teaching is breathwork, and so she has been receiving a protocol to activate the light body through breathwork. And so we are sharing today a little bit more about light body activation. What is a light body? Why do we need to activate the light body? What is the benefit of it? And why it is so important today? I would like to apologize first of all for the little that you hear in the background. This is the Bali crickets. We cannot tell them to shut up. They just want, this is their job, to maintain the Bali frequency through this little sound. So you're invited to share the Bali vibe with us, and we hope it's not, you will be able to focus on what we're saying anyway. So Catalina, first of all, would you like to share a little bit about your experience of receiving this information?
I have been all my life very curious about how the consciousness works. So for me, it was like training my consciousness, and it really blooms my mind. It really changed my life. I can say that these 2 years changed completely the way that I get related with my own consciousness and the way that my consciousness expanded through these journeys that for me were very powerful. I think that Shalva has this amazing technique that she developed, that it's not only a shamanic journey, it's like a mix of things that she does, and allows you to connect to an information that it's infinite, and also that it's available and to everyone, that all of us have access to this information. And I think that that was the main amazing thing, no? That we really can develop and we really can train ourselves to have access to information that it's very necessary for our own development, and also to the development of the collective and the society and the moment that we are crossing planetarily.
The light body can be activated through other means. It could be activated through meditation, through many other means. What we propose here is to invite you to activate it through breath work. But really what we are seeing today, it's an awakening of consciousness, and more people are coming, and they are receiving a lot of information, a lot of protocols of all kind that are allowing to rehabilitate a knowledge. We are living through times that are very crucial. We are on a very crucial turning point for humanity, and it is very important to remember all of our powers and the different ways that we can embody our power, and remember that we're multidimensional beings, really.
That's the main thing.
Yes, and so we, of course, we function on this physical plane, but we have so many other bodies beyond the physical body. There is the etheric body, the mental, the emotional, the mental, the astral, and the light body. It is important to know how the information is navigating through these bodies, and in order to understand how to activate the light body. The light body is a vehicle. It's more than a body, it's really a vehicle. And so when we are able to activate this light body, we are able actually to use it as a vehicle to navigate to different planes and realms. We can do that also from our astral body, but it's not as safe.
As safe, yes.
They gave us a card, a map, with different points in the body, and we've been going through that ourselves. During 2 years, they've been showing us what point to activate first, and slowly they increased the exercise, and sometime for both of us it was not the same points that needed to be activated, because actually you can't activate the light body if you're not completely healed on your emotional body, your mental body, your etheric body, or all the other layers of your body need to be healed and cleared, and then you can activate your light body. And sometime when we were going through light body activation, both of us, we're seeing that sometimes some of our points were not activating in the same place, and so we were being sent a notice somehow that there is something, a blockage that is happening in this specific point, and we need to work on some more healing. And then we were working on this healing, and then this point was getting activated. And so the most important work of preparation is really about clearing all the other part of all the layers of our body, which consist in really letting go and transmuting all patterns, memories, imprints,
even cleansing the physical body.
Exactly.
One of the things were like not having any, for example, not having gluten, not having anything that is going to inflammate your body, not having alcohol, not having even washing your hair with a chemical shampoo. Like, it was like a preparation, and I think that the main thing is like not attached to the result or to needing to develop every center. I think that it's more interesting, as you are saying, when a center is difficult to activate, maybe it's a clue where you need to work, where you need to develop more, where do you need to see a little bit deeper.
You can see the light body almost as an acupuncture card map, or as a electric circuit, you know. And so the same way that, you know, for example, in acupuncture, you know all the lines with different acupuncture points that are important energetic gates. And so those are electrical points that are very crucial to activate the body. The same way the planet has a light body with meridians and lines that have also very important acupuncture points. And we have received also information about these specific energetic points that are actually guarded and protected by different tribes on the planet. And these tribes are making sure that these energetic gates remain untouched, because they are actually connected to many different planes and dimension, and so touching to these points could be damageable on many levels. The etheric body can go through up and downs according to what happens in our mental and emotional body. And today it is actually quite difficult to maintain a very stable vibration, because we are connected to different micro consciousness. And it's like we're tapping into a cloud where all the emotions and the mental patterns of people are recorded. And this cloud is containing at the moment emotions that are really difficult to process, very low vibration emotions. And so when we are connected to this cloud, we are like, if we do our job to maintain a high vibration, we are working as equalizer of the frequencies. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it can be very draining and very tiring. And so it's helpful sometimes to just redraw into our light body, because the light body is not subject to these fluctuations and is always remaining stable. And so when we need to recharge, we just redraw into our light body. And there it's very easy. When I say redrawing, it means setting the intention to be in our light body, and so reviewing all the points that we see in the course, all the different points that are going to be activated progressively, and to mentally reactivate those points and set the intention to remain in our light body. This is where we get recharged. Mm-hmm. Why it is very important to work with light now, it's because there's actually a lot that we can do from that plane. from the spiritual planes, from the etheric planes. There is a lot of work that can be done from those realms.
We need to remind what is our nature. And our nature is light.
Yes.
We really are beings that are made of light. And when we activate these centers in the body, it's a way of calling that that memory and calling that information that it's inside us. It's not outside us. So also it's like the moment that we need to remember who we are.
Yes.
And to tune into this frequency that it's like it's out of any corruption, for saying in a way.
Yes.
It's pure.
The moment we go back into low vibration, for sure we're getting stuck into our mental or emotional body, not necessarily because our own emotions, but because of the emotions or thought forms that we are perceiving from the clouds. And so when we have, first of all, to be aware that every thought that crosses your mind and every emotion that crosses your field is not necessarily yours. It could be a collective emotion or thought that you're tapping into, and it's very important to be able to just watch it as
energy.
Yeah, as an energy that is passing by. You don't have to make it yours. You don't have to identify to it.
Make a story about it.
Yeah, so you can just, welcome in, say hi, I saw you, and allow it to move on. Also, something important is to remain above the macro consciousness. A macro consciousness is a cloud that has a certain vibrational frequency. Your goal is to rise your vibrational frequency in order to be above that macro consciousness, above that cloud. The moment you're above that cloud, whatever happened below doesn't impact you as much. I'm not saying that it makes you indifferent and insensitive to the pain of the people. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that you are able to see it from a place of not from a place of pain anymore, not from a place of
drama.
Yes.
Or not nurturing that energy that it's getting us in a loop.
Yes.
Because finally this reality is like in a loop in this moment, no? Because it needs to be totally clean and clear, and we are like in the middle of a very turbulent energy that it's in one way giving the opportunity for us to propulse up and clean everything, but in another way you can get stuck if you are weak in your mental body.
Yeah, so you're able to relate to it without being taken into the loop. And so that's one of the most important things, to remain out of the loop. And being in our light body also is really helping to do that.
For a memory or a trauma, for example, to get totally clean, we need like some number of generations to be totally clean. And somehow every time that we are going to just go to the generation that can be new, another thing that reminds the old trauma comes to keep this memory and this frequency alive. So there is one point that we need to decide to cut that cycle, that we need to say, okay, this must change if we want to make a new earth. That I think that if you are seeing this video is because you want and you believe in it, and we are really in a precious moment to do this change.
Yeah, we can also see it as an opportunity actually to heal the past traumas and the past imprints. When we are witnessing again darkness, it's allowing us to identify what we are actually transmuting, because we can only transmute something that we have seen, that we know what this is about. And this is, I've been seeing that many times during past life regressions, and people in the end, when they were going back to the light and they were asking why they had to go through so much darkness and to experience through so much darkness, there was one time one person that said, something that really stayed with me, it was like darkness also wants to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to transmute darkness, you have to have seen it.
And to allow it, no? In a way, allow it is like not fighting against darkness. I think that the better thing is to nurture ourselves in light. So as we are training ourselves in this path of light, when darkness came, we can give a space, but nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
Darkness doesn't win or doesn't take a space. Only have this this feeling of being seen and being transmute. Because I think that all energies want to be transmute. Like it's the final goal.
So some of the darkness doesn't want to be transmuted. From my own experience in my work, I'm not saying that I have the truth, but from my experience, we see that when we ask whatever entity of darkness is interfering, we see that we ask the choice: do you want to be transmuted, or what? Because we don't give we give you the choice now to be transmuted. Mm-hmm. Some of them say yes, and some of them say no. And so those who don't want to be transmuted, we have to find different ways. But of course, the main beautiful way is to transmute this darkness, because of course the darkness outside it's also a mirror of what's happening in the collective, in our inner body. And we do have the power to transmute the outside darkness by transmuting the inner darkness. Of course, if we are holding hands and we are doing this on the collective level, because one person cannot transmute the darkness for the mass. It has to happen on a collective level. But when we remember that we are light containers, light holders, just the fact that we are giving space to the light within us, and we are actually requesting for that light to be activated, we automatically become darkness transmuters. Mm-hmm. Because no darkness can actually resist in front of the light. Mm-hmm. The light is automatically transmuting darkness. The only reason why it doesn't, even though there is so much light in the world, the only reason why it doesn't, it's because in this realm of duality, light and darkness has been given the place to exist, and we have to use our free will to decide what we want to nurture and what we want to hold, what we want to give space to. So the moment we are accepting to be the light holders and to give space within us to carry the light and to activate the light, and activating the light, it means acknowledging the power of the light, that it has this power to transmute darkness, then it's happening automatically. This is the transmutation work. What the transmutation work is about. It's about clearing ourselves, clearing all our bodies, finishing with all the imprints, the traumas, the memories, everything that is holding us back in low vibration. Once we have done that, in parallel of doing that, really aligning with our higher purpose and committing to be light holders in alignment with the divine purpose for the planet and for humanity, and allowing our body to become a transmuter, to become an antenna for the light work. And then it happens automatically. Some people, they don't even know that they're doing light work.
And we are like in the perfect moment, no? I think that we have to take advantage of that moment that we are living in, because like all the energy is helping us to make this work. Maybe some years ago, it's a hard work to do that. But now it's getting very easy. It's getting very fast. It's like the energy is taking care of us to do that work.
Yes. First of all, we see that we are receiving extra help. We see it in our work. And I know many other light workers and people working in the healing field, we see that we are receiving extra help to make this process really accelerated. Mm-hmm. We also see a lot of very young people coming, to be very easily and very quickly
Even the new generations,
yes,
no, are coming.
Awaken.
Like,
When I teach, for example, the shamanic journeying, or I take people to through guided shamanic journey, I feel that I need less and less preparation. And sometimes the young people, they are like, like the first meeting already, they are there, and
yes.
I'm very surprised and amazed. But now I'm not surprised anymore because it has been a few years like this. But it's quite new because in our generation it was not like that. Everything was like needed to
Hard.
be found with this candle and the light, and you would look here and look there, and not necessarily having the guides and the teachers to guide us through this, but it was like really solitary work.
We really feel like we are being held.
Yes, we are being held, and
there is a huge call. No, we are in a huge call, and I don't like to say this word a lot, but it's necessary to say it, that we are in an emergency moment, no? So everything is by our side, so that's good, but at the same time we need to have action. We need to everything that you have to share, it has a lot of value for this moment, even if it's very small. This is not only for people that can connect to places that you feel like it's so far from you. This is for every human being, first of all, because it's our right to develop our own medicine, and because all of us has something to share, and all of us has healing to do, even if in our small family, in our small community, or in bigger groups, or even healing for the earth, that it's so necessary in these times. One thing that is very obvious is that the earth as a being is having a transition, and she is having her most higher rite of passages, no?
Rite of passage, yeah.
Rite of passage. So in that sense, we need to help her to go in this upgrading of her own consciousness. And we are part of the earth, we have the opportunity to have this upgrade in our consciousness and this development and evolution.
Yeah, and a lot of information has been shared about that in the book that was published recently, Message to Humanity from Nature and Beyond. A lot of this information about this rite of passage has been communicated there, with all the light beings and spirits of nature sharing their insight about this transition, and how they also want to hold space for us humans, and how we could hold space for the planet as well. And so that's also something we need to be aware of, is that we are going through this together.
Something that also is important to know is that we are very loved from this planet. We are, and suffering comes when we forget that we are really loved for her.
By Mother Earth.
By Mother Earth, and she loves us unconditionally and waiting for us to catch up. We are in this moment of we need to catch up with the energy, with our conscious level. If we get all together, the energy, it's exponential.
Yes. If we are all, holding hands to do this work together, we can heal, the collective together through healing ourselves. And we can move on together through this transition to a higher version, to embody a higher version of humanity. That's really what we're aiming for.